I messed up and hit stop instead of pause. So this is still going to go up today, which is Monday, but we're going to continue with chapter 42. Joseph's brothers go to Egypt. When Jacob heard that there was a grain available in Egypt, he said to his sons, "Why are you standing around looking at one another? I have heard there is grain in Egypt. Go down and buy some for us before we all starve to death." So Joseph's 10 older brothers went down to Egypt to buy grain. Jacob wouldn't let Joseph's younger brother Benjamin go with him, however, for fear some harm might come to him. So Jacob's sons arrived in Egypt with others to buy food, for the famine had reached Canaan as well. Since Joseph was governor of all of Egypt and in charge of the sale of the grain, it was to him that his brothers came. They bowed loud before him, with their faces to the ground. Joseph recognized him instantly, but he pretended to be a stranger. "Where are you from?" he demanded roughly. "From the land of Canaan," they replied. "We have come to buy grain." Joseph's brothers didn't recognize him, but Joseph recognized them. And he remembered the dreams he had many years before. He said to them, "You are spies. You have come to see how vulnerable our land has become." "No, my lord," they explained. "We have come to buy food. We are all brothers and honest men, sir. We are not spies." "Yes, you are," he insisted. "You have come to discover how vulnerable the famine has made us." "Sir," they said, "there are 12 of us brothers, and our father is in the land of Canaan. Our youngest brother is there with our father, and one of our brothers is no longer with us." But Joseph insisted, "As I said, you are spies. This is how I will test your story. I swear by my life of Pharaoh that you will not leave Egypt unless your youngest brother comes home. One of you go and get your brother. Or comes here. One of you go and get your brother. I'll keep the rest of you here bound in prison. Then we'll find out whether or not your story is true. If it turns out that you don't have a younger brother, then I'll know you're spies." So he put them all in prison for 3 days. On the 3rd day, Joseph said to them, "I am a God-fearing man. If you do as I say, you will live. We'll see how honorable you really are. Only one of you will remain in this prison. The rest of you may go home with grain for your families. But bring your youngest brother back to me. In this way I will know whether or not you are telling me the truth. If you are, I will spare you." To this they agreed. Speaking among themselves, they said, "This all happened because of what we did to Joseph long ago. We saw his terror and anguish and heard his pleadings, but we wouldn't listen. That's why this trouble has come upon us." "Didn't I tell you not to do it?" Reuben asked. "But you wouldn't listen. And now we are going to die because we murdered him." Of course they didn't know that Joseph understood them as he was standing there, for he had been speaking to them through an interpreter. Now he left the rooms and found a place where he could weep. Returning, he talked some more with them. He then chose Simon from among them and had him tied up right before their eyes. Joseph then ordered his servants to fill the men's sacks with grain, but he also gave secret instructions to return with each brother's payment at the top of the sack. He also gave them provisions for their journey. So they loaded up their donkeys with the grain and started for home. But when they stopped for the night, and one of them opened the sack to get some grain to feed the donkeys, he found his money in the sack. "Look," he explained to his brothers, "my money is here in my sack." They were filled with terror and said to each other, "What has God done to us?" So they came to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan and told him all that had happened. "The man who is ruler over the land spoke very roughly to us," they told him. "He took us for spies, but we said we are honest men and not spies. We are 12 brothers, sons of one father. One brother has disappeared, and the youngest is with our father in the land of Canaan." Then the man, the ruler of the land, told us, "This is the way I will find out if you are the honest men. Leave one of your brothers here with me. Take grain for your families and go on home. But bring your youngest brother back to me. Then I will know that you are an honest man, you're honest men, and not spies. If you prove to be what you say, then I will give you back your brother, and you may come as often as you like to buy grain." As they emptied out the sacks, there at the top of each one was the bag of money paid for the grain. Terror gripped them as it did for their father. Jacob exclaimed, "You have deprived me of my children." Joseph had disappeared. Simeon is gone, and now you want to take Benjamin too? Everything is going against me. Then Reuben said to his father, "You may kill my two sons if I don't bring Benjamin back to you. I'll be responsible for him." But Jacob replied, "My son will not go down with you, for his brother Joseph is dead, and he alone is left to his mother's children. If anything would happen to him, you would bring me gray head down to the grave to deep sorrow. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to find a way to combine the two videos, but if not, you'll see 2 videos for today uploaded. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have a blessed day. Enjoy the day. And remember, bless somebody. Have a good one. Thank you.